In front of us, you'll see some very beautiful red mountains. Those are the Spring Mountains, about 4,500 feet in elevation at the highest point. And right behind the Rio, you don't see them right now until we get it, making a left turn to the right. You look to the right, and I'm going to make a left turn at this ramp over here. If you look to the right behind the Rio towers, you'll see the tallest mountains that we have here in the valley. They're known as the Mount Charleston, and they stand 11,918 feet in elevation. As I make my turn onto the freeway, right behind the Orleans Tower, you will notice another mountain range, gray in color. That is known as Mount Potosi. Mount Potosi is 10,000 feet in elevation at the highest point. And then we'll cover the rest of the mountain ranges as we drive along the highway. Right now we're going to get on the Interstate 15 going south for a while, then we'll get the 215 to go east, and that 515 will take us over to Boulder City. Now, the state of Nevada was entered into the Union October the 31st, 1864. When we entered the Union, our forefathers then gave the United States government 80% of the desert land that we have out here. And now that the desert land is in demand, and well, now that you want to buy a piece of property on the highway, when we get on the highway, you'll notice our landscaping on the freeways will be mainly desert rock and desert flat. And the reason is that we have entered our 13th year of drought. And when we do get any rain in this area, we'll get anything from 2.5 inches of rain all the way up to 4.5 inches of rain per year. And that's all the rainwater we get here because we do live in the desert area. The desert area that we're in right now is known as the Mojave Desert Preserve. It covers 40,000 square miles of desert. It covers southern Nevada, western, north and southern Arizona, and southern California. The desert plants that you see around the valley. The most popular mesquite trees that we have here in this area of Nevada is the willow mesquite, the palo verde mesquite, and the Mexican mesquite. And those are the most popular ones that we have here in this area, and I'm going to show you some of those today. Right here to the right side, if you're interested, if you heard the news lately, we have received an NFL football team, the Oakland Raiders, which will be known as the Las Vegas Oakland football team, Las Vegas Raiders, and they're going to be, their football stadium will be right here to the right where this empty lot is. This is where the football stadium, UNLV, will play their football games there also. That'll be 2020. So high, we started with the first time that they did it was 3 cents per gallon, and they put all that in the bank, and then the following year they went up to 3 cents again, and it's up to, right now it's up to 12 cents per gallon on our fuel, and all that money goes into a bank account where it's kept, and then when they make enough money, then they'll use it to do our infrastructure. Where you see here, all the freeways are getting worked on, new bridges, new off-ramps, new paving on the highway. Also, our streets are getting new pipes underneath the ground for sewage and also drainage, and also we are getting new paved streets. It's built for the war effort. Now they're just chemical plants producing chemicals for swimming pools and their spas. Coming up here to the right, you'll notice another mountain range right here to the right. This is called Black Mountain. Black Mountain is part of the Black Canyon area. Black Mountain Range is around 4,500 feet in elevation at the highest point. As you look at the mountain range, you'll notice that the mountain range is actually black in color. And the reason this mountain range is black in color is that many years ago we had a built one now. This is called Mission Hills Estates. These homes are starting out at $400,000 right here to the right. Take a look to the left side of the coach about 9 o'clock. When you watch once again, you'll see one mountain all by itself, black in color. This happens to be one of 2 extinct volcanoes that we have here in the valley. Volcanoes have been here extinct for many years. The other extinct volcano is located at Hoover Dam, and I'll show you this extinct volcano when we get closer to Hoover Dam, and we call that Fortification Hill. The paintings of the people that did all the work at Hoover Dam. And the equipment and everything they use, right here to the right. And they're coming along pretty good with the construction here in this area. And then you'll see the hotel and casino on the left. Most of the buildings you're going to see in this area that we're going to go is were built in the 30s, late 20s, 30s, 40s, and the 50s, for the exception of the Best Western. The Best Western is fairly new. Now, folks, I'm trying to do a tour here, and some of the people on the coach would like to hear the information so you can keep your talking to a minimum and help the other people that are on the coach. Thank you very much. You'll see all the hotels here with the M instead of the H. As these old buildings here have been refurbished or remodeled a few times. Some of these buildings have anything from 15 to 20 layers of paint because they've been painted different colors at different times. And coming up here on the right, you will see the Southwest Diner. This was featured in the news a couple of weeks ago. It's very popular with people here in Boulder City. And it's an outside diner and inside diner, and it's been here since 1935. Coming up here on the left, you will see a park. This park is for the superintendent of the construction of Hoover Dam, Frank T. Crows, right here to the left. And then to the right, you'll see the barrack type homes where they house the single men and women here to the right, and then the rest of homes here. There's more, but we can only see this area here. Now, there's one important statue coming up here on the left side. As soon as we make this four-way stop, you'll see a bronze statue to the left side. These guys clean the bathrooms, and somebody had to clean them. And right here, they did a statue for them. These are known as a toilet man statue. Somebody had to clean them, so they were known as the toilet men. They had a job to do, and they did it very well. This is the old buildings of Boulder City, the original buildings right here. Like I said, they've been remodeled, repainted a few times. Coming up on the right side of the coach, very shortly to the right, you will see a two-story hotel. This is a historical hotel because they built this hotel for President Roosevelt when he came to dedicate the dam in 1935, September 1930. But a historical building right there to the right. Coming up on the right very shortly, as soon as we make our four-way stop, you'll see the city park. This is a Boulder City Park right here. In front of the city park, you will see the first turbine wheel that was installed at Hoover Dam to produce electricity at Hoover Dam. One four-legged one and two-legged ones right here. And you'll get your first glimpse of Lake Mead. The mountains behind Lake Mead are known as the Muddy Mountains. 10,000 feet in elevation at the highest point. Muddy Mountains run from southern Nevada and southern Utah. And you can take a look right here to the left. I got an area here just up a ways where I stop for a few seconds, show you some of the desert plants we have here, and give you an idea what we have. Snake, we have the bull snake, which is poisonous, and we also have the Mojave green that is poisonous, and then we have the diamondback rattlesnake that is also poisonous. Then we have two state animals that are protected by the United States. And today we might get lucky and see some bighorn today around this area. They're usually out and about feeding, or either going to get some cold water at the lake, or at a water trough they have up here to the left, to the right side of the coach by the casino. Sometimes we'll see them standing there drinking some water. See you later.
Bye.
Thank you. I always bring him a little snack so they can park the coach, please. Please, whatever you do, do not attempt to go across the parking garage to get on the coach. First of all, the attendant will stop you from going across. And if the attendant doesn't stop you, one of our drivers will, because they'll go in there and you'll see it's dark when we get in there and they can't see you walking across and they'll run you over and then he has to do paperwork. We don't like paperwork. So please wait until I bring the bus to you 5 minutes before departure. So make sure you get something to drink or munch on the way back to the chocolate factory, and also make sure that you use the restrooms before we leave. There's the archway dam right there to the left. The crane that they use, this crane here, they still use it. Take stuff down to the bottom. And then you'll see the bridge that they built here to go across the Colorado River. And then on the left side, you'll see part of the Colorado River going down the river. People on the right hand side, you'll also get a glimpse of the Colorado River. So please remain seated until I come with your tickets, and then I'll turn you loose. Don't forget all these items I spoke about. Don't take them, leave them on the coach.
I'm at Hoover Dam now. This is just from outside. There is still a lot of construction going on. This is the power wire, and I'm getting into the visitor center. So then we'll see what is in there. The visitor center, like for the tours. Some like shopping center and also information about the Hoover Dam. We'll see what's in there.
Right. Yeah, summer.
Hello.
Welcome.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm inside the Hoover Dam now, the entrance. Hello. How are you? I'm at the movie theater before going into the Hoover Dam. They have the movie theater. They're going to show you about the Hoover Dam. This is all the entrance. You have to go through the security, and everybody is coming over here.
For 2 hours.
This is the movie theater inside the Hoover Dam. We're going to watch the movie now. Alright, we are inside the tunnel. This is the Hoover Dam, you know, inside.
Go down into that room, take a look around. I'll be right behind you. That's our next stop, the Colorado River continuing downstream. We are located right there on this map. That's the little tunnel we've just walked through. Those canyon walls, everyone, they are made of volcanic.
Okay, we are on the level where they have the generators. So we're going to see those generators now producing electricity.
Come on in, please, everyone. We have a lot of space here. You can find a spot anywhere where you like the view. You can go anywhere along the metal rail. There are seats along the back wall here. There's a water fountain over there. Make sure you're drinking plenty of water, everyone. We're in the desert. It's hot. Come on in, please. Find a spot anywhere where you like the view. You can go anywhere along the entire metal rail. There are seats along the back. We've got a water fountain too. Drink plenty of water.
These are the generators sending electricity to everybody's
Find a spot anywhere where you like the view. You're welcome to go anywhere along the metal rail. We've got seats back here.
This is
Drive across and park over there, or you can
Alright, this is the real Hoover Dam outside. I'm here. It's just so big. So big.
Welcome to the Wafer Figures of the Republic, which were sculpted by Oscar J.W. Hanson.
I'm just walking on that Hoover Dam. It's just so big. And look at this. It's too big. It's on the Colorado River. I'm walking on this. It's so pretty and so big. And they built this ahead of time, 2 years. So beautiful. Okay, so this is the holding, the water holding. Wow, it's too big.
suckers are kind of low.
This is like a lake. And you see that white sign.
Well,
It
that's
goes up to
that's
that
like right
level
up there.
sometimes.
Yeah, that's up to that. Yeah, that's gotta be. That's probably actually it'll be over.
We are leaving Hoover Dam.
All that rainwater will run down the mountainside, ends up in this level area that you see there. The sun dries that water up. That sandy area will turn into a really hard clay. That clay is called caliche clay. Caliche clay is a very hard clay, and this is one of the reasons we don't have any basements in our homes in the Valley of Las Vegas. Just beyond the dry lake, you'll see an area that looks like water, blue in color. Well, those are all solar panels, and then you look to the left front about 10, 11 o'clock on your watch, you'll see an area that looks like it's burned out. That's another section of solar panels down there. They get about 50% of that valley.
We are at chocolate factory. This is how they make the chocolate. It's coming right there. This is how they pack. This is the shop. Alright, I'm ready to go back to Flagstaff from Las Vegas. Did the trip for Hoover Dam. So it was so beautiful and unbelievable experience.